Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Dictator Know-It-All here posting, so this is the week we are expecting Ripple to send its response to the court. Exciting week ahead of us for XRP. Like I said in this morning's video, there's a lot going on this week, and this is also the week, the kickoff week for Davos 2021, starting today going until the 29th of January. And it's interesting to see what could unfold. Now, I saw this from Victoria. I love how nobody is talking anymore about adding XRP to their bags. All you hear, buy this coin or buy that coin, and this is exactly what I want. So people will miss the massive burst from XRP and get left behind. They don't deserve to be in from the yearly lows, and so, XRP not doing so well compared to the rest of the crypto market, but this is going to change, guys. Historically, we have seen XRP pop last and fast. Let me just bring you back to the bull run of 2017. And let's not forget that although we did see XRP pop during alt season in the middle of the year in 2017, from about May 2017 to just before it reached its all-time high, look at that pattern for XRP. Okay, we saw it hit highs, we saw it come down, go back up, come down, try to reach up again, but came right back down into this level of support. Up again, down, basically vacillating anywhere between here and here before we really started it to ramp up, and then boom, we saw it move to the upside. And, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this same kind of pattern again. Let's not forget, at this point in time, other altcoins were already moving to the upside with Bitcoin, but XRP did take the longest, or one of the longest rather, and it did move a whopping 1,300% or almost 1,400% in 3 weeks. Okay, guys, that translates to 23 cents. I believe it was trading at about 22, 23 cents in and around here. And then it reached its all-time high. On this exchange, it was $3.32. On other exchanges, we experienced XRP going to $3.84. It only took 3 weeks to complete that movement. This is why I have optimism. This SEC lawsuit is not going to last forever. This is just going to be a blip on the radar once everything is said and done. And yes, guys, I know today's situation is very, very different than 2017. I'm not lost on the reality of the situation, but I do think this is just temporary. And, despite the fact that, some are saying that this lawsuit is going to go on for a while, I mean, we've already seen it move with that first altcoin burst at the beginning of the month. So I'm still very optimistic on XRP's potential, despite the SEC lawsuit. Yet there are still some pessimists in this market, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This coming from Lord Vendetta, XRP will be a remnant of history. Wow, that's bold. This coming from the Arca co-founder, and he says this that this will happen by the end of the year 2021. So let me read you this, all right? Phil Liu, the co-founder of New York-based cryptocurrency asset management firm Arca, predicts that XRP is going to become a remnant of history by the end of this year. And this was reported through the Wall Street Journal. I think that this thing will be a remnant of history by the end of 2021. Arca's family of investment products doesn't offer exposure to XRP. Yeah, no kidding. The only viable revenue stream in December, the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission sued Ripple, as we know. It gives you guys some details about the lawsuit down here. But Liu, a securities lawyer, says that he finds the allegations presented in a much talked about complaint compelling. He explains that XRP is the firm's only revenue stream while describing its products as inadequate. So to me, this sounds like, first of all, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Sounds like a lot of FUD, and considering he doesn't have exposure and never has to XRP, he sounds to me like he was never a proponent in the first place. So likely a Bitcoin maxi, or at least leaning towards that side. Back in February 2020, Garlinghouse told the Financial Times that Ripple would not be profitable without XRP sales. We would not be profitable or cash flow positive without selling XRP. I think I've said that. We have now. In late December, Liu predicted that Ripple could ultimately become insolvent by the end of the year 2021, since the company has no alternative to XRP sales that are at the center of the SEC lawsuit. Now, we know that isn't true either. We know Ripple has been VC funded over the years, and we know they just received Series C funding, $200 million, I believe, from Tetragon, who is now also suing Ripple. But that just goes to the point that they were not using XRP exclusively to fund their business model. As we know, XRP, a useful currency in the financial system. Ripple uses it to source liquidity for their clients. I don't have to explain that to you guys. I don't see a viable alternative to replace XRP sales except to move out of the US and exclude US investors from buying XRP. They would have to start from scratch because all XRP profits would be disgorged since they all occurred when Ripple was a US-based company. So this is his opinion on the matter. Sounds very pessimistic to me. Sounds like somebody who doesn't know all the facts. But of course, I've got to bring it to you guys because it is an opinion, and I think that that is just that. It is an opinion that Phil Yu shares, and so I don't agree with it. Tell me down in the comments what you guys think, but I have a feeling the majority of you likely don't agree with it either. I wanted to thank Lord Vendetta, however, for pointing this out because it is good to know what other people are thinking about XRP so that you can make a wise decision. And I'm going to get back to XRP in a second, but I wanted to bring this up to you guys. This from the Cryptic Poet. Puffbar will use VeChain tech in a fight against counterfeit vapes. So more real-world utility for VeChain. Banned vape company uses crypto to fight counterfeits. Cool Cloud joins Walmart in the list of commercial vendors using sophisticated blockchain verification methods. And Puffbar is just the latest. So vaping and crypto. Name a more Gen Z duo. I like that intro. Today, Puffbar, a vaping brand that sells fruit-flavored nicotine huffers, said that it will use crypto to stop people from selling knockoffs of its devices. The brand posted on Reddit this week that it will be using VeChain technologies, that's right, VET guys, to fight the counterfeits. Puffbar is produced by Cool Cloud's Distribution, a Los Angeles company founded in 2019. So great news there for VeChain specifically. We know how popular vaping has gotten over the years, especially with Gen Z. Taking out cigarettes, you know, in a lot of ways. I remember the day where you'd see everybody smoking cigarettes. Teenagers, you know, everybody, grandmas, and everybody in between. Now it seems like the young kids are using the vaporizers and, you know, only the dinosaurs are, you know, smoking cigarettes. But anyway, I digress. The beauty of VeChain, I think, is the fact that it targets supply chain. So basically, anytime there is a product that needs to be tracked, it can be useful, and that just runs the gamut. Just think of any product that is mass-produced and mass-distributed, and you know, if there's a need for it, a very, very high need for it because of its perceived value, in the case of, you know, high-end clothing or bags, designer brands, or something like vaporizers, you know, there is always going to be that black market that tries to knock these products off, and this is where VeChain comes to the rescue. They are based in China, of course, you know, where the most counterfeiting happens, and so, you know, this to me is a match made in heaven. People criticize VeChain for being a Chinese company. I don't understand why you would criticize it for that. If they are solving a problem and they are going to be utilized, and here's the best part, the Chinese government likes this company and they want to utilize it more. So to me, this is a match made in heaven. Money is money no matter where you find it. I personally don't care about the nationalism behind a certain cryptocurrency company or whatever. I'm all about making money, and if I see that a company is making waves and doing something, solving a problem with a cryptocurrency, that's the cryptocurrency I'm interested in investing in. So just wanted to bring you guys that news. Thanks so much to the Cryptic Poet for posting that. Switching gears back to Ripple, guys, I saw this from BANKXRP. Ripple partner Nium looks to book $6 billion in transactions by Q4 of 2021. So Singapore-based fintech startup Nium has handled up to $1.2 billion in transactions in the last quarter, aiming to hit $6 billion by the Q4 of this year. This coming from CEO Prajit Nanu. With this momentum, the exec also said in a LinkedIn post that the company's looking to onboard more talent globally. Nanu, however, did not specify if the target transaction value for the end of year is for the Q4 alone or for the total of 2021. But this is great because this is a Ripple partnered company and they have grown significantly over the last several years. So the exec told Tech in Asia last year that the company moved roughly $5 billion in 2019. During that year, the company more than tripled its revenue year on year to about $7.3 million, the company filing showed. However, it was overshadowed by Nium's $25.4 million in losses after taxes owing to ballooned expenses. According to its filing, salaries expenses more than doubled to $9.8 million, while promotions and advertising spending jumped almost 3x to $7.2 million. So just giving you guys some of the financials there. I think the big point here is that they are targeting $6 billion in the Q4 of 2021. This is a huge achievement for a company like Nium, you know, continuing to forge ahead, gaining more business, and I have no doubt that a lot of that has to do with the fact that they are integrated with RippleNet, basically blasting their competition right out of the water. So thanks so much to BANKXRP for posting that. I just want to go down here, Murat CPN down here saying, I want to say that Akbank, one of the biggest banks in Turkey, has started money transfer to Santander UK via RippleNet. Steps are taken slowly, but effects will be huge. So we are also seeing, not only these small independent providers like Nium doing this, but we're also seeing banks starting to do this. And it is going to be baby steps because, of course, the regulatory clarity across borders isn't streamlined yet. And I think once we have that global framework, I think, for cryptocurrencies, and of course every country is going to be a little different here and there, but once we get some kind of a standard, we're going to see this roll out even further. I think 6 billion transactions in 2021 is just the beginning. We are going to see companies routinely do these numbers going through RippleNet in the future. Which brings me to this, guys. So this from John Deaton. Riddle, in May 2020, and after informing the SEC, Ripple made a significant distribution of XRP to money market providers. The SEC said and did nothing. Some of us purchased that very same XRP off exchanges. 7 months later, the SEC claimed that XRP constitutes securities. It is a little fishy, isn't it? And Massimo down here agrees. Everything in this lawsuit smells like SHIT. John Deaton says, yep, the SEC was smart about one thing. They wrote the complaint in a way that pisses people off. It's classic distraction. They didn't even attempt to apply Howey factors in the complaint. They wrote a fraud-like complaint without the balls of charging fraud for a reason. Things that make you go, yeah. Neo down here saying a lot of people who are in the XRP community generally are precious metal investors. That's because we know what's coming. Seats at the new financial table are being arranged. It's a delay tactic until they are ready. Then the lever will be pulled and then you will see. Did due diligence down here saying any proof of this claim, precious metal investors. Me for one, says Neo, if you follow the followers of XRP, you will find in the posts they have exposure to either silver or gold. I'm not an XRP maxi. I have exposure to 16 different cryptos. I just tell it as I see it, and if people agree, cool, and if people don't, cool. I have noticed that a lot too. A lot of XRP holders are also precious metal investors. And so maybe there's a different mindset there. Of course, I'm just speculating, but maybe it is that people do see the long-term benefits of holding XRP. Now, I bring this up because, John Deaton, obviously, the lawyer who filed that complaint on behalf of XRP hodlers, obviously went through the SEC's lawsuit very, very closely and is noticing more and more. And I got to thank you, John, for tweeting out your insight on this. Having that legal expertise definitely gives us an advantage here. And I wanted to bring this up too because I know that some of you guys are thinking that something else is up. So this from Hannah. Brad and Chris didn't sit around the IMF to have a cup of tea. The SEC show is about to end soon. People think XRP will get burnt like XLM. And so Hannah thinks, no, the IMF will take custody of the XRP, and I'm assuming what she means is the XRP that is in the escrow account. So she retweeted this out. Chris and I had the option to settle separately. We could do that, and it would be all behind us. Not happening. That's how confident Chris and I are in that we think we are right. We will aggressively fight and prove our case. Through this case, we will get clear rules of the road of the industry here in the US. We are not only on the right side of the law, but we will be on the right side of history. This coming from a Brad, I don't know what this was in response to, but basically a Brad Garlinghouse tweet here. Ripple has spent 8 years working tirelessly to build an incredible company, transforming global payments. I believe that is common knowledge. Our mission doesn't stop. Here's what I sent to employees yesterday, plus our lawyers' reactions to today's SEC filings. Okay, so it is Brad's reaction to the SEC filings. And some people skeptical about this. Massimo says probably not. DJ Peter Vass, of course, disagreeing as well. Crypto trader here, for the IMF to take custody of XRP, a country would have to declare XRP its national currency. Not sure that will happen, or the IMF changes its own rules on which assets it can hold. And then Digital Nomad Investor actually says not necessarily. I know Lekau said something similar to this at a Singapore conference, but if you go through the IMF there are workarounds. So there's this idea that, the XRP that is purportedly going to be used in this new financial system, and of course, guys, this is all speculation, is so valuable that everybody is clamoring to get their hands on it. And so I've heard this before. This isn't new to me, that the IMF wants to take custody of this, and that Ripple is saying, no, it's our XRP. We need to deploy it as we see fit, to promote growth, to promote liquidity, all those other reasons that we talk about here on this channel. And some people in the XRP community are debating this. So James Nova down here saying, you are right about this, Maria. Their statement is a clear indication that they are confident and have a clear conscience about their conduct. The righteous indignation at the core of their argument is a testament to their resolve. I have been there. I have decided not to give up. So, another thing that we as XRP investors have to think about. And I know what you're probably thinking, okay? Somebody tweeting this out, that the IMF is that this is on their radar is not evidence. It's not proof of anything. But when I go to this tweet, guys, and I want to read you this because I thought this was really interesting as well. This another one from John Deaton. So this is a separate tweet thread from John Deaton talking about something else. The SEC versus Ripple complaint on page 8 states that 40% of all nodes validating transactions on the XRPL are operated by organizations or entities based in the United States, including Ripple itself. It failed to mention one of those entities validating transactions was the SEC, okay? So this was an argument that John Deaton found here. The SEC was actually running an XRPL validator. XRP attorney here at @seal_JD Law says, I think it's important for XRP investors to be aware that the SEC has not asked the court to declare XRP a security as their relief. So let's go back to the lawsuit. They are claiming that Brad and Kliss made a no-no by utilizing XRP as a security. So they are saying that XRP was treated as a security. However, he makes an important note here. They have not asked the court to declare XRP a security as their relief. To me, that just confirms that the SEC is only after Ripple's Escrowed XRP. That is shady. And if you think about it, it is pretty shady, okay? It is pretty shady. Could they be gunning after what they truly see as that valuable asset in order to, further their mandate? John Deaton responds down here, you, my friend, have hit the very essence of the writ of mandamus, which is to get the SEC to declare, whether voluntary or by court order, that our XRP is not a security. And XRP attorney says down here, my point is that once XRP investors wake up to realize the SEC's motivation is exactly the same as their own, i.e. financial gain, they would stop letting this suit scare them into selling. In my opinion, XRP investors were early to this party and the SEC was late. And this suit tries to fix that. So could this be the case? Could the SEC be gunning for Ripple's XRP in escrow? And if so, doesn't that bring more legitimacy to the idea that the IMF wants to take custody of the XRP in escrow as well? We know Ripple is sitting on a gold mine here. We know that Ripple doesn't need to use XRP, for their business model, but it will be greatly improved if XRP is there to be able to source that liquidity to transfer anything of value around the world. This is why they're building the XRP ecosystem. This is why, at least this is why they've been telling us they have the XRP in escrow to release a little bit at a time. And there's a timed schedule for this. It's not like it hasn't been planned. So very, very interesting developments. Of course, I'm curious to hear how Ripple is going to respond to this case this week, but it does get me thinking, are the IMF and the SEC in a battle to claim the XRP that is sitting in escrow? I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.